was amazed that we had David Hollingshead here tonight as our roast master. I really was. And especially, we've got some of the funniest people in District 84, don't we? I know it's a shame none of them could be here. But David Lloyd to be our roast master tonight. I was wondering, he was talking about that thing in the bathroom, and I was wondering, I thought he was a dentist, because the first thing he said to me was, boy, you got a pretty mouth. I always get nervous because there's always banjos playing when he's David Lloyd, he's the best dressed man by Popular Mechanics. Oh, wonderful job. Dennis, this is the first time when I've realized that the guest of honor was not sitting at the head table. What, was this done by Dennis Gump? I may not be a smart man, Dennis, but I know where the guest of honor sits. Those are very nice shoes. Dennis was a veteran in the U.S. Navy. I saw him the other day. He was at the VA hospital, and I was wondering why he was there. He was in the emergency room, and he went up to the nurse, and the nurse said, "Why are you here, sir? What's wrong with you?" And he said, "I am in so much pain. Everywhere, all over me, I'm in so much pain. Everywhere I touch, it hurts. Ow!" And then he touched, "Ow!" And then he touched his leg, "Ow!" And the nurse said, "Sir, you've got a broken finger." Dennis is new to the Twittering and the Facebook and all of that. And you know how on there they have like or dislike? Well, on mine, Dennis put unexplained fondness. Brenda, thank you so much for roasting everyone else. That was so cool.
We all need a rebuttal.
See, Brenda knew that, and guys, Brenda's single. She knew that Nancy and I met online, but one of the things she said to me is she was nervous about going online because she was afraid she could possibly meet up with some old decrepit creep. And I said, no, you don't have anything to worry about. He's our district governor this year. When you go out with Brenda, guys, there's never a dull moment. The entire evening's that way. Ron, I'm so happy to have you up here and doing the mutual roast thing again. And Ron's a constant communicator with World Headquarters. Did you know that? He's got a good rapport with them. He called them the other day to ask what time it was. And they said, well, who is this? And he said, well, why does that matter? And they said, well, if you're a competent communicator, it's 6 o'clock. If you're a distinguished Toastmaster, it's 1,800 hours. But if it's Ron per part, the big hand is on the 12. And Ron's a devout father. His kids are doing so well. And he told me one time when his wife was expecting the first baby, he calls the hotel and he says, just really all nervous, and the lady said, calm down, sir, is this her first baby? And he said, no, this is her husband. Yeah. Carl, you've always been a constant inspiration to me. We are like brothers. We share the same birth dates and all of that. One of the things about Carl is, he's a charmer. He's the ladies' man, isn't he? He's always impeccably dressed and everything. I asked him the other day, I said, hey, Carl, you know what a really happy woman says? And he goes, what? I went, I didn't think so. I asked a recent date of his, how the date went. And she said, I had to slap him 5 times. I said, was he that fresh? She said, no, I wanted to see if he was alive. Jim, you're going to do quite well this year as our district governor. You have to have an eye for the numbers and keep on top of everything. And Jim told me right from the beginning, he says, Scott, there are 3 types of people in the world. Those who can count and those who can't. Jim's a student of Carl Ryder's book on humor. He learned everything he knows about humor from Carl Ryder, from that book. And Carl, I see you have another refund to issue. You know, with Jim in charge, I love him. It's working with our district. It's been like working with a big family. And with Jim, I know that the district is going to have yet another record year for wine sales. D, you and Judy? Oh, no. Going after you would be like clubbing a baby seal. Buddy, honestly, I wanted to rip you apart. I saw the pictures and everything. You photoshopped at least one of those. And one of the things, but I love him to death because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have met Nancy. Nancy hates you. John Creighton, you're still, I'm thinking you were still the Sergeant at Arms because there's not, I've got an empty glass up here. What's up with that? I'm glad that John, he really devoted himself when he was our Sergeant at Arms. In fact, he found the deck meeting some of the time. He did a great job. Dave Hollingshead, where are you, Dave? He's back there. Dave, what can you say about Dave? About his intelligence, his leadership, everything that he's done for the district? Dave Hollingshead is truly a member. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, I loved today's roast today. It's been a lot of fun. I always love the roast. I love it especially when other people are getting roasted in addition. I most importantly love the district, and I love working with all of you for the last few years as the district leader. It's wonderful to work with your friends, truly friends that you can adore the things that they do. You can respect their leadership. You can admire everything they've done to step out of the shell. We have the most spectacular district. We have the most fun at conferences, at training sessions, and in our clubs. I lived in Vegas for about 18 years, and I was wondering would I ever come back to Florida again. Let me tell you, Vegas didn't have nothing on District 84 when it came to the personalities, the friendships, and the genuineness of this group. I ain't going back to Vegas again. I've found my home. Thank you all for electing.
This is for you, Scott. We appreciate you.